Did you know that Ashtanga Yoga actually refers to the 8 limbs of yoga? 2 of those limbs are asana, which are the physical postures, and pranayama, which are the different breathing exercises, both of which can help you heal from the effects of trauma by strengthening your vagus nerve as well as your parasympathetic nervous system. Are you interested in learning yoga for healing? Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mandi. I'm a trauma-informed certified yoga instructor as well as a dialectical behavior therapy skills facilitator and a mom. Today we're going to move our bodies and I'm going to walk you through how to begin learning the primary series of Ashtanga Yoga. Learning this sequence allows you to develop a grounding, healing practice that you can tailor to your personal needs, and you can use it for the rest of your life. So just a little bit about how I found this particular practice. I first started practicing yoga over 20 years ago in my early 20s, and I kind of floated around between different styles for a really long time. It's definitely been a very kind of slow progression towards where I'm at today. I did practice Bikram style hot yoga for over 10 years, where I was practicing the 26 and 2, which is 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises. And I got to this point where I really was seeking to learn more advanced postures. And if you've ever practiced Bikram style or 26 and 2, you know that it's the same sequence the whole time, and it's very much a beginner sequence. And I had a friend who was starting to do this crazy pose, and I was like, wait a minute, how are you learning how to do that? I was also in a stage in my progress where I had developed a lot of flexibility, but I really wasn't gaining any more strength. When I started practicing Ashtanga Yoga, the things that I noticed the most in the very beginning were that there's no music and there's no mirrors. And what I really have learned to appreciate about that now is it really helps you to truly develop mindfulness. Now, I talk a lot about DBT skills or dialectical behavior therapy skills in my other videos, and the core skill of DBT is mindfulness. So it makes a lot of sense that yoga and DBT really go well together. But going back to mindfulness and how do we develop mindfulness? Well, asana and pranayama, so the postures and the breathing exercises, really genuinely are the best way that I have found to help us develop mindfulness, as well as meditation too. But the thing about asanas and breathing exercises is, if we just sit down to meditate, right? Like our brains, we have a monkey mind and we're thinking about everything we need to do in the day, all of our worries, all of our fears come up, the things that we're working on, our goals, right? Like our brain's just always kind of going. So how do we just sit in meditation? Well, asana, the postures, the physical postures were created to help, one, obviously it's to help make you healthier. Also to make you more flexible and more able to sit in meditation for longer periods of time. And it's been my experience that, how do we really calm the root trees or the fluctuations of the mind? Well, I find that after a really intense exercise, I tend to have a much stiller mind, right? I've kind of worked out all of that nervous energy that I used to carry so much, right? So, when we're healing from trauma, right, like we're dealing with anxiety, depression, trust issues, emotional dysregulation, being easily triggered, emotionally triggered, right? And how do we actually heal that? How do we actually get better? There's been links between strengthening our vagus nerve and staying more emotionally regulated. So if our vagus nerve is weakened, then we become more emotionally heightened easier, and so yoga and so practicing yoga with the breathing exercises really helps us to strengthen that vagus nerve, which then help us to be more emotionally resilient. So when we're healing from trauma, it really is a multifaceted approach where we have to not only learn new skills and new ways of thinking and behaving so that we can create a safer, more supportive environment, but also we have to physically heal the body because we hold it in our body. We can hold trauma in our body. We can hold that energy. Also, we can become very disconnected to our body, disassociated to our body. So how do we come back to our body in a really healthy, safe way? Well, yoga is a really beautiful way to do that. I found that having a consistent sequence that I practiced daily or multiple times per week was very grounding for me. It definitely helped to calm the anxiety, and obviously like the endorphins from exercising and getting my blood pumping and my heart pumping and starting to perspire, that's really helping me to flush out my system, both physically and mentally as well as emotionally. It's a really beautiful practice, and I'm excited to share it with you. So we're going to start by looking at this little paper, and I'm going to put a copy of this available to you guys, and I'll put a link in the bio for you. Now, if you'll notice, we're going to start with the sun salutations or the Surya Namaskaras, and this is a really great way to, one, connect to our breath, and then two, to warm up the body so that we can move into the next postures a little bit deeper, right? We want to kind of warm up before we start stretching and moving into different poses. Cool? All right, let's get started. Okay, let's begin the primary series. So we're first going to start by doing 5 sun salutations or Surya Namaskara A, and then we're going to do 3 sun salutations B or Surya Namaskara B. So let's get to it. Come into Samasthiti. Come to the top front of your mat, toes together, heels slightly apart. Go ahead and close your eyes at this time and begin to draw the awareness to your breath. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling out your nose. Letting your hands and arms just fall down by your side, maybe wiggling out any stress that you might be holding in your shoulders. Maybe doing a couple of neck rolls if that feels good to you. Just coming to your body and taking a moment. Now go ahead and begin the Ujjayi breath. Now how you're going to begin this Ujjayi breath is you're going to create this sound like as if to fog a mirror, but you're going to do it with your mouth closed. So you're going to inhale through your nose, making sound. Exhaling out the nose with sound. Now continue this slow breathing to create this oceanic wave-like sound. And remembering that this is your moving meditation and that your breath is the most important thing, and allowing your breath to be your guide. If you're getting lightheaded or you're starting to breathe out your mouth and getting to like your heart rate's getting high, go ahead and come back to your breath. Maybe slow it down, maybe start breathing through the nose if you've opened your mouth, or if you need to take a child's pose at any time to kind of balance yourself before beginning again. Continuing with that oceanic wave-like sound, we're going to move with our breath. So technically, vinyasa means to combine breath with movement. So that's what we're going to do today. So coming back to Samasthiti, if your eyes are closed, softly open them. Gaze about 3 to 4 feet in front of you. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to open class with an Om as well as close class with an Om. We'll inhale together and then we'll Om together. Go ahead and inhale. Hands down by your side. Yekam, inhale, sweeping the arms up, palms together, looking up towards your thumbs, puffing up the kidneys, puffing up the chest. Exhaling, diving forward, hands to the earth, letting that head fall center, letting the neck relax. Inhale, Trini. Open up the heart, look to the tip of the nose. You can come to your fingertips and lengthen the spine if that feels good. Chatwadi, we're going to plant our hands down. Now let's just begin by stepping our feet back, and then you can slowly lower knees, chest, chin, and then inhale, upward facing dog. You're going to open up your chest, looking up, and then exhale, tuck your toes, pressing back, bringing the hips up, bring your hands back, and then bring those heels down to the mat, and then staying here for 5 breaths. You're going to bring those rib cages in, and then also bringing that navel in and up to the spine, looking toward your inner thighs or toward the navel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last round of breath. Inhaling, look to the hands. Just go ahead and walk your feet forward in between the hands. And then inhale to half lift. Open up the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Exhaling, folding forward, heads falls center. Base of the neck relax. Inhaling, keeping the spine nice and long. Sweep the arms up. Palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, arms down, Samasthiti. Round 2. Yekam, inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Dway, exhale, fold, diving forward, hands to the earth. Trini, inhale, half lift, open up the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Chatwadi, we're going to plant our hands down. Now you can either walk your your feet back, or you can hop. As you work your way, we're just going to perhaps hop, and then exhale, slowly lower. You can do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga push-up. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, we're going to move our hands back to downward facing dog, bringing the heels toward the mat, really pressing all 5 fingers into the mat, spreading them out, pressing the base of the thumb down, looking toward the thighs or the navel. Breathing here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhaling, looking to the hands. You can walk, step, or hop your feet back in between the hands. Inhale, half lift, open the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Exhale, folding forward, letting the head fall center, letting the neck relax. Inhale, straight spine, sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, arms down, Samasthiti. Round 3. Yekam, inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Dway, exhale, diving forward, hands to the earth. Trini, inhale, half lift. Chatwadi, plant your hands down, hop or step your feet back. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Staying here for 5 breaths, looking towards the inner thighs or the navel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhaling, walk, step, or hop your feet in between the hands. Inhale to half lift. Open up the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Exhale, folding forward, letting your palms press into the earth if you can. Inhale, nice flat back. Sweep the arms up. palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, arms down, Samasthiti. Round 4. Ekam, inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, diving forward, hands to the earth. Trini, inhale, half lift. Chatwadi, hop your step, your feet back. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, push back to downward facing. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhale, look to the hands. Either walk, step, or hop your feet in between the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, Samasthiti. All right, last round. Ekam, inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, diving forward, hands to the earth. Inhale, half lift, open the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Chatwadi, hop or step your feet back. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Open the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhale, look to the hands, hop or step your feet to the hands. Inhale, half lift, open the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rising all the way up. Sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, arms down, Samasthiti. Surya Namaskara B. Ekam, inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Bring the tailbone toward the earth. Exhale, diving forward, hands to the earth. Let the neck relax. Inhale, Trini, open up the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Chatwadi, plant the hands down, either hop or step your feet back. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. This time we're going to inhale the right foot forward, bringing the back heel to the ground. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, come back down to your chaturanga, slowly lowering down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. This time, bring the left foot forward, back heel to the ground. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, come back down, slowly lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, bringing the kneecaps up. 3, sucking the navel in. 4, last round of breath. Inhale, look to the hands. Either walk, step, or hop your feet to the hands. Inhale, half lift. Open up the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Exhale, folding forward, letting the head fall center, letting the base of the neck relax. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, straighten the legs, arms down, Samasthiti. Round 2. Yekam, inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, diving forward, hands to the earth. Trini, inhale, half lift. Open the heart, extend the spine long, look to the tip of the nose. Chatwadi, plant the hands down, hopper, step your feet back. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Press your hands back, heels toward the mat. Inhale, right foot forward, back heel to the ground. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, come back down. Slowly lower through your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhaling, left foot forward this time. Sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Inhale, exhale, come back down, slowly lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Breathing here for 5 breaths, looking toward your navel or your inner thighs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhale, look to the hands, walk, step, or hop your feet in between hands. Inhale, half lift, open the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, arms down, straighten the legs, Samastitihi. Last round, Yekam. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, diving forward, hands to the earth. Trini, inhale, half lift. Chatwadi, plant the hands down, hop your feet back. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot forward, back heel to the ground. Sweep the arms up, inhaling, looking at your thumbs. Exhale, come back down, slowly lower, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left foot forward this time, back heel to the ground. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up, palms together, look towards your thumbs. Exhale, come back down, slowly lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Walk, step, or hop your feet in between the hands. Inhale to half lift. Inhale here. Exhale, folding forward, letting the head fall center. Inhale, bend the knees. Sweep the arms up, palms together, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, straighten the legs, arms down, Samastitihi. All right, we've just done 5, so you're done. All right, we've just done 5 Sun Salutation A or Surya Namaskara A, and we've done 3 Sun Salutation B or Surya Namaskara B. Now you should be nice and warmed up. Now that we've done our Sun Salutations, which are the first 2 lines on the sheet, we are going to go into the fundamental asanas. We're going to go from Padangusthasana all the way to Parsvottanasana. And then we'll save the remainder of the primary series asanas for the next video. This one will be more of an introductory to Mysore Ashtanga Yoga or self-practice, okay? So moving into Padangusthasana. Go ahead and hop your feet about hip width apart. Inhaling here, Now, I want you to inhale and puff up the kidneys and puff up the chest, looking up here, and then exhaling, diving forward with a nice straight spine. Bringing those peace sign fingers, hook them around the big toes, maybe pressing the toenails with the thumbs. Inhale to open up the heart, roll those shoulders back, look to the tip of the nose. Exhale, folding forward, letting the head fall center, letting the base of the neck relax, letting the elbows go towards the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhale, keep the bind, stay here. Exhale here. Now go ahead and move the hands, Padahastasana, putting our hands so that the palms are facing up and our toes are flirting with the wrists. Inhale, open the heart, roll the shoulders back, look to the tip of the nose. Exhale, folding forward, letting the head fall center, letting the base of the neck relax. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhale, keeping the bind. Inhale the half lift, open the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Exhale here. Inhaling, catching the waist, rising up. Exhale, hop to Samasthiti. All right. The next one is Uddita Trikonasana, or triangle pose. We're going to take our right foot back about 3 to 4 feet behind us, turning towards the long edge of your mat. Going to inhale out, stretch the arms, turn that right foot towards the back of the mat, and the back foot at about a 45-degree angle. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, falling forward. Now you can either bring your hand to the shin or the ankle, or you can have a block, or you can hook your big toe. Wherever you're at is perfect. Just find your edge and breathe, looking upwards toward your left thumb, staying here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhale, rising up. Exhale here. Readjust for the other side. Turning the left foot towards the front of the mat and the right foot at a 45. Inhale out, stretch the arms, lengthen the spine. Exhale, falling forward, hand to the shin, the ankle, a block, or hook the big toe. Inhaling, looking up towards your right thumb, staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhale, rising up, coming to center. Ooh, finding the balance. Then turning, preparing for twisted variation. We're going to turn our hips towards the back of the mat. Maybe bringing those heels about hip width apart. Inhaling, lengthening, and then exhaling, coming into the posture. We want our left hand to go on the outside of the right foot. And then inhaling the right arm toward the sky, looking toward the thumb, pressing into the outer edge of the back foot and the inner edge of the front foot, staying here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Look down to the ground. Inhale, rise up, come to center. Whew. Woo! All right. Preparing for the other side. Inhaling, turning your hips towards the front of the mat this time, making your heels about hip width apart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Bring the right hand on the outside of the right foot. You can absolutely use a block here if you would like. Inhale. Now, if you keep this front leg bent at first while you find your balance, and then as you find your balance, you can slowly straighten that leg. Inhaling here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Looking down to the ground. Inhale, rising up, turning towards the long edge of your mat. Exhale, slowly make your way to Samasthiti, Utthita Parsvakonasana. Inhaling the right foot back about 5 feet, turning towards the long edge of your mat. Inhale, extend the arms out, turning the right foot towards the back of the mat and bending the right knee to a 90-degree angle. Now you can either come to your right elbow to your right knee, or you can bring your hand all the way to the ground. You could also have your hand on a block, turning your belly button toward the ceiling, pressing the outer edge of the back foot into the ground, looking at your fingertips, chin down, staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhaling, coming up to center. Exhaling here, preparing for the other side. Turning your left foot towards the front of the mat. Inhaling out, stretch the arms, lengthen the spine. Exhaling, bending the knee, and either bringing your left elbow to knee, or you can bring your hand to a block on the outside, or your hand to the mat. And then you're going to bring your chin down, shoulder back, looking towards your fingertips, staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhaling, coming up to center. Exhaling here, preparing for twisted variation. Turn your hips towards the back of the mat. You can either come down to your knee and maybe double up the mat if that feels better for you. You could inhale, meeting the hands in prayer center, and then exhaling, hooking the left elbow over the right knee. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, twisting a little deeper. Or if you're going to go into the full variation, you can bring the back edge of your back foot to the ground, lifting up the knee. Inhale, extending the arm. Exhaling, coming and hooking the shoulder, the left shoulder over the right knee. Bringing the hand either to a block or to the earth. And then putting that back heel toward the ground. And then right hand toward the wall. Chin down, look toward the fingertips. We're staying here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhaling, looking down, and then coming up to center. Exhaling here, turning your hips towards the front of the mat this time. And then if you're just beginning, You could perhaps come all the way down to your right knee, and you could double up the mat if that feels better to you. You would inhale, press your hands to heart center, and then exhale, hook your elbow over the knee, extending the spine long, and then exhaling, twisting a little deeper. Or if we're going to go into the full posture, we're going to come up off of our knee, pressing the back edge of our foot into the ground. Inhale, lengthening up, and then exhaling, twisting. And you can bring your hand either to a block or to the earth, to the mat. Pressing the hand for stability in the outer edge of the back foot. And then extending the arm, chin down, look toward the fingertips, staying here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhaling, looking toward the ground, and then coming up to center. Exhaling here, and then coming to Samasthiti. All right. Now moving into Prasarita Padottanasana. Bringing the right foot back about 4 feet this time. Turning towards the long edge of your mat. So we're going to do 4 variations of 5 breaths. Now, first one, we're going to inhale, catching the waist. We're going to inhale, puff up the chest, puff up the kidneys, looking up. Inhaling here, and then exhaling, diving forward, hands to the earth. Inhale again, lengthen the spine, open the heart, roll the shoulders back, looking at the nose. Exhaling, folding forward, pressing the hands into the earth. Bringing your elbows to a 90-degree angle, lining them up with your shoulders. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1. Really pressing into the 8 corners of your feet. 2. 3. 4. Last round of breath. Bringing the hands to the center. Inhale, open the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Exhale, catching the waist. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale here. Round 2. Arms extended out by your side. Exhaling, catching the waist. Go ahead and puff up the chest, puff up the kidneys, looking up. Rolling those shoulders back. Inhale here. Exhaling, folding forward, letting the head fall center, letting the elbows come toward one another, staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last round of breath. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale here. Inhaling, outstretch the arms. Exhaling, interlock the fingers behind your back. Straighten the arms, puff up the chest, roll the shoulders back. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, diving forward, head toward the earth. Letting the hands fall beyond the back of the head. Letting the head fall center. Staying here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhaling, rising all the way up. Exhaling here. Not letting go of the hands yet. And then coming to the waist. Last round. Inhale, catch the waist, puff up the kidneys, puff up the chest. Inhaling here. Exhaling, diving forward. This time we're going to catch the big toes with the peace sign fingers, maybe pressing the big toenails with the thumbs. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, puff up the chest, look towards the tip of the nose. Exhale, folding forward, letting the head fall center, letting the elbows come toward a 90-degree angle, pointing toward the side. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last round of breath. Keeping the bind. Inhale, open the heart, look to the tip of the nose. Exhale, catch the waist. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale here, and then slowly make your way to Samasthiti. Parsvottanasana. Inhale the right foot back about 4 feet behind you. Turn towards the long edge of your mat. Now you're either going to grab elbow to elbow behind your back, or you can do reverse prayer hands. Then you're going to turn your hips towards the back of the mat. So for those of you that are into reverse prayer hands, and even for those of you who have elbow to elbow, go ahead and roll your shoulders back. Inhale, looking up, and then exhaling, falling over your right leg, letting your heart fall over, letting your chin go toward the shin, looking toward the big toe. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last round of breath. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale here, turning towards the front of the mat this time. Readjust. Inhaling, rolling the shoulders back, look up. Exhaling, falling forward, letting the chin come toward the shin, looking toward the big toe. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. Inhale, rising up. Exhaling, turning towards the long edge of the mat. Inhaling, slowly make it to Samasthiti. All right, moving into Urdhva Dhanurasana, or backward bending. We're going to go ahead and come down to the ground. Come onto our backs. Now for Urdhva Dhanurasana, or backward bending, we are going to actually do 3 rounds of 5 breaths each. We're going to bring our heels back to our hips, and you want to bring them a little bit wider. So depending on how you are feeling today, you could either start and end in bridge pose, or you could start with bridge pose and end in wheel pose, or start in wheel and end in wheel. Whatever you prefer to do is perfect. Just find your edge and breathe. If you're going to move into bridge pose, you're going to press your palms into the sides of the mat. And then you're going to inhale, lift the hips up toward the ceiling, opening up the chest, pressing the shoulders in, bringing the inner thighs toward one another, staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, last round of breath. Exhaling, slowly releasing that spine onto the mat. Taking a moment. Preparing for round 2. If you want to move into wheel pose, you're going to bring your fingertips up above your shoulders, pressing your palms into the mat. You're going to inhale, press into your feet, bring the hips up, press into your hands, coming into full wheel pose. Maybe walking your hands a little bit closer to your heels. Now pressing into your fingertips, bringing the inner thighs together, staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round of breath. You can either slowly roll down onto your back or come onto the top of your head. And then preparing for your last round to be your best. Inhaling, rising up. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last round of breath. Inhaling, slowly come down to your back. Roll your spine onto the mat. Outstretch your legs in front of you. Just taking a moment. Now preparing, you could do the full body stretch. Inhale, sit up, or you could just roll to the side and gently push yourself up. Now, anytime we do backward bending, we always want to follow it up with a forward fold. So extending the legs out in front of you, grabbing both feet with both hands. Inhale, open the heart, look up. Exhale, falling forward, letting your head fall toward your shins. Maybe if you have it in your practice, you can either hook your peace sign fingers on your big toes, or you could hold on to your feet with your fingers kind of pressing the bottoms of the feet towards you. Or you could wrap the back of your hands and interlock your hands. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, softening, and staying here for 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looking toward the toes or the tip of the nose. 8, 9. Last round of breath. Keeping your mind, inhale, puff up the chest, look up. And then exhale, slowly release. Moving into our vinyasa, cross your ankles, press your hands down, kick your legs back. Slowly lower through either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, pulling the shoulders back, opening the heart, pressing onto the tops of the feet, thighs up off the ground. Inhale, upward. And then exhale, tuck the toes, press the hands back, moving the heels toward the mat, into downward facing, looking toward the inner thighs or the belly button. Inhaling, looking toward the hand. We're gonna walk, step, or hop our feet in between the hands. Come to a seat. Extend the legs out in front of you, lying down on your back. Preparing for Sarvangasana. Press your palms into the mat, bringing your legs together, creating a mermaid tail, pointing your toes. And as you lift your feet to the ceiling, press into your hands and really push up, and then support your back, either your lower back or your upper back. And then as you point your toes, lift your chin off your chest just a bit, staying here for 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly bring the feet down, up beyond the back of the head. Interlock the fingers behind your back. Straighten the arms. Let the toes fall toward the mat. Looking toward the inner thighs. Staying here for 8 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop your knees down toward your ears. Staying here for 8 breaths. 1. Toes together, heels together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Using your hands to support your back, bring your feet back up toward the ceiling, and then you can come into either comfortable seated position or come into a half lotus if you have that in your practice, or come into a full lotus. When you're there, you're going to press your knees, finding the balance, lifting the chin slightly, and staying here for 8 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly bring your folded legs down to your chest. Hold them. Give yourself a little hug. Grab your fingertips and stay here for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring your hands onto the mat. Press your palms into the mat. Slowly unroll your spine onto the mat. Nice and easy, using your core for stability. Letting your lotus legs come to the ground. Letting your back come off. Resting on the back of your head. Arms straight toward the feet. Staying here for 8 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Outstretch the feet, heels and ankles together, palms together, creating a 45-degree angle. Staying here for 8 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly come down. Slowly unroll your spine onto the mat. Now you can either do Chakrasana, backwards somersault, which I won't do right here, or you can do full body inhale, sit up, exhale. And then pressing your hands into the mat, cross your ankles, kick your legs back, slowly lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Preparing for headstand. Preparing for Shirsasana or headstand. Drop down to your knees and then come down to your elbows, and you can either grab elbow to elbow, or for a more advanced posture, you could grab shoulder to shoulder. And then you're going to interlock your fingers, creating a basket, kind of drawing your wrists down and forearms down into the mat to really help with creating that solid foundation. And then you're going to come to the top of your head with the mat kind of at the front hairline of sorts. And then you're really going to press into your elbows and into your hands, and then tuck your toes and straighten your legs, and then slowly walk your toes
toward your face. And then when you find your stability, you'll slowly raise your feet up. Staying here for 15 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you come out, just come back in. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Moving into half bend, point your toes, bring your butt back, keeping your drishti the same spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale your feet up. Exhale, slowly come down. Come down to your knees. Come down to your butt. Don't move your head or your hands. Just stay here for 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pressing your hands into the mat, coming into high plank. Exhaling, slowly lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to downward facing. Inhale, just come to a seated position. Okay, so for our last 3 postures, we're going to extend our legs out, and then you can either come into comfortable seated position, or you can come into half lotus, bringing your right heel to your left hip, like so. Or you could come into full lotus if you have that in your practice. And then everyone is going to bring both hands behind their back, Now, if you can, your left fingers are going to try to reach for your left toes, and your right fingers are going to try to reach for your right toes. Inhaling, puff up the chest, look up, and then exhaling, diving forward, bringing either the chin or the forehead toward the earth, staying here for 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhaling, rising up, exhaling here, bringing the backs of our hands to the tops of our knees, bringing our thumb and index fingers together, palms facing up, puff up the chest, bring the navel toward the spine, chin down, look toward your sternum, stay here for 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Utplutihi. This is our final posture before moving into resting pose. This one is a little bit on the challenging side. Just do your best. If you fall out, just come back in. We're going to press our hands on the outside edges of our hips, right underneath our thighs. We're going to inhale, rise up, and stay here for 10 breaths. 1, knees toward the chest, chin up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly come down. Good job. Now you can slowly unwind your feet and then find yourself into resting pose or Shavasana. Lie down on your back, heels together, toes fall apart, shoulder blades nice and square and relaxed, hands toward the mat, palms facing up. Release the Ujjayi breath at this time. Just come to natural breathing. Perhaps focus on your third eye. Perhaps focus on a mantra. slowly begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe do a full body stretch. Inhale if that feels good to you. And then exhaling, slowly turn to your right side, rolling and resting your head on your right arm, staying here for a moment. Gently pushing yourself up, maybe back at comfortable seated position. Bringing your hands to heart center. As we open class with an Om, we're going to close class with an Om. We'll inhale together through our nose, and then we'll Om together. Go ahead and inhale. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful day. Come back soon.